They all lived happily ever after. No, they didn't.
Till we saw with the Cole with the Speedo. Ooh. Y'all.
You know,
wow.
I'm not going to... I don't look that great in a Speedo either.
I don't either.
But, wow.
Maybe that's great body positivity. You know what? I kind of feel like maybe... No, I couldn't.
No.
I couldn't.
Hello. This is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Beyonce.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love. It's 90-day gay. Let's love. You know what? If he wasn't such a douche, I would have a hard time making fun of him. If he wasn't obviously doing, he's like, well, gonna do like the Brazilians do. He's making a spectacle. He knows he's got a big gut that looks like a vagina where his belly button should be.
Well, yeah. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome. This is our first episode we've ever done of Happily Ever After.
And to think, you are still a virgin about one thing in life. This was the last thing. All the cherries have been popped.
That and basket weaving. Everything else I've done or have been done to me multiple times.
You know, when it comes to basket weaving, give it time. You'll fall in love with somebody from somewhere. Y'all, this is 90 Day Gays. Well, if you're jumping in, or this is the first time you decided to jump into this shit show with us, we appreciate
you. Took you this long?
This long? So
honestly.
My name is Matt Marr, a.k.a. Maddie.
And I am Jake Anthony, a.k.a. Poodle. I want to know your thoughts on the general form of Happily Ever After. This is a completely new 90-day spinoff for us.
For us, yes. This is season 5, I believe, of Happily Ever After, which means we've got a lot of jumping on our Patreon.
When does this show start? 1981?
I guess apparently. We weren't even born yet.
No, of course.
Anyway.
I was born in 99.
This is Happily Ever After, season 5, episode 1. What goes around comes around. Just like that Justin Timberlake song.
What goes around, goes around, goes around, goes around.
Rebecca Ray.
That was Cry Me a River, wasn't it? That was it wasn't an actual song.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Boy, you're a Justin Timberlake fan.
Because that's when Britney cheated on him. Can you fix your mic condom? It's askew.
It's askew, not exkew.
That's what I meant to say. Oh, Lord. Y'all, it's been a long day. So, yes, this is the first time we've ever recapped this.
Yes.
You know what? This... I think I'm going to...
First time.
I like it. I like these... Couples are going to give us some crazy... Y'all, we have never known... This is the first time we have ever been introduced Colt and Larissa. That bitch is crazy.
This morning, a raven cawed at me several times, and I felt like a shiver, like someone walking over your grave. So I knew something was happening tonight.
She is something.
She's something.
She's great reality TV.
She's like Bruja. Total, like, witchy.
Oh, yeah. That's the
female witch.
Yeah, female witch.
Kind of the tribal witch.
Wow.
And she's the kind of women that mothers warn sons about. That's exactly what she is. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like the way Ash is men that mothers warn their daughters about.
Yep.
And she's the kind of woman that my father would have just been glad that I brought a woman home.
And I would like to propose an alternate theory for Larissa.
What?
One theory is that she's a man-eating con artist and
Yes.
is going to get anything she can to get to America.
Yes.
And as she says, have my American dreamy.
Like the
Because
Katy
she puts
Perry
an
song.
E after everything. Yes.
Yes.
She wants her fireworks.
Uh-huh.
She wants her American dream queen.
Yes.
She wants all of that.
Yes.
And for Larissa, having the American dream is getting a shit ton of plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Because it kind of is.
I love that she's literally in this, and we'll get to it, but in this episode, we're still kind of in shock just of showing this season on 90 Day Fiancé. Again, if you want to, we've kind of been because we had the idea.
We went through just seeing their journey here.
Yeah, and we have
not covered their season.
We haven't, but we decided to just throw our phone up and press record as we're watching the show, just in case. And I'm so glad we did, because we actually have a little clip of us
reacting
seeing
to
Colt
Colty
in a Speedo for the first time. You can check that out on our Instagram at 90 Day Gays for those reactions.
Anyway, I like this format. This is much more of like very much similar to the original 90 Day Fiancé. Because before the 90 days is much more about the drama of going there and being fish out of water and this is much more about real life.
This is
having
more of
to live with them. Yeah.
I thought this is more of kind of a quote unquote typical reality show.
It is. This is
they
much
don't
more
have any of the pressure of.
Yeah. It's much more much easier to produce than before the 90 days. Because you would think before the 90 days would be a nightmare. Every day is a new location.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just...
Y'all, Jake doesn't do well in location.
No, I need to be there like 3 days before.
3 days before. He doesn't adapt to change. Well, if it's hot, he's going to leave
God
the shoot
be with
early. God. You better be paying
I
him
need a handler who bring me cold drinks.
That's true.
I'm so fit to be tied when it's hot.
Tied. Before we jump into all this, just a couple of quick things we want to remind people of. First of all, last week we did a crossover with Cray Cray, so be sure to jump in, listen to that. You can listen to that on their
Gay Cray.
That's a Gay Cray. That's what we call our crossovers. That was Kim's idea, I think. But anyway, we love them, and the way you can listen to those, they're free, they're public.
You just have to go on the Patreon
They're
page.
on the Patreon feed. So if you go to patreon.com/90daygays, or if you go to whatever 90 Day Cray Cray's Patreon is.
I think it's Cray Cray.
I think it's Cray Cray.
Patreon, Cray Cray.
The link is in the show notes, so all you have to do is go there. It's totally free. You don't have to join the Patreon. They just put theirs there, so we put ours there, so you can listen to that crossover there. We'll be doing some other crossovers with people. We've got a busy week this week.
Yeah, it's been that way.
And then tomorrow we've got the tell-all.
TLC is ramrodding us.
They're just like...
I mean, this is like the last call at the spa. It's like last call at the North Hollywood Spa.
Which is for Poodle like 6:45 in the morning.
Yeah, it's just that they're leaving and they're going to hit every single one who you looked at tonight's going to hit you on the way out.
And Poodle's not going to leave that club until either everyone's fucked him or McDonald's is open so he can get a McGriddle.
Mission accomplished.
Come at
us on both counts.
If you love a McGriddle, come at us.
Oh, y'all, a McGriddle's not good for you. You know it. Your stomach's gonna. You know the idea of a McGriddle should not work.
It shouldn't.
It is kind of ungodly,
but it's so good.
Like you see that kind of syrup inside a pancake. Plus, especially when you're adding bacon and processed cheese, none of that should work. And I'm aware of that while I'm eating. My brain says, oh my God, I can turn into sexual ecstasy. My body goes, why the fuck did you do this to me?
Yep.
But I eat it regardless.
Yep.
I feel bad in a minute, but
that's what we do.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what we do.
Anyway, so you guys, let's just jump in.
Yeah.
This is Colt, otherwise known as Colty.
Colty.
As Larissa calls him, because she puts an E in a lot of things. I think it's probably like Carini. I think it's we hear that E, that kind of that non-accented E sound at the end of a lot of words in Portuguese, and I think that's how they're pronouncing things. That's why they call him Colty. Hence, when Paul's like Carini or Carini, He's learned
You made
now.
Paul Italian for a second.
He spends carini. He does say that
He tries
too.
to say, he said, Carini.
Yeah.
It's weird.
When he went carini, it's like a. It's I need to do more research on this because I don't know a lot about Portuguese, but I think it's like in the middle. It's like an unaccented e/eh.
You know, Dan Rand knows it. You should talk to him.
What?
He went to Brazil on his Mormon mission to the favelas.
Dan Rand knows I bet he
very
had
well.
so much sex.
No, because he
At
was
that
Mormon.
time he was in the closet.
He wasn't.
Y'all, we have a friend. It's basically this one's boss.
My cubicle warrior boss was a gay Mormon who went to Brazil.
He has lived 8 lives.
He's lived 8 lives. Anyway, you should talk to him about Portuguese.
I will.
He's quite good at it. Anyway.
That would come in contact when I go for my trips to Brazil.
It's true.
To see family.
Family, yeah. If you're new to the podcast, you're wondering, why aren't they talking about the show yet? Settle in. You're going to not like it right now.
You know what?
But I promise you, by mid-season, you're going to appreciate these Southern
by mid-season,
stories.
You're like, that bitch is starting to grow on me. I'm tough at first. You're like, I don't want to listen to that one.
But then
you're like starting to go like, you know what? She's making some sense.
Then one day your kids are mouthing you and you just look at them and you go, Gah! And you go, oh God, I'm Poodle. And
you know
Poodle
what?
is me.
You're all me at some time. When you're me is the end of your day and you can't take anything else.
That's it.
That's usually where I'm at.
That's it.
Okay, so Colt is 34 in Las Vegas. The easiest word I would use to describe him is D-bag. He's a douche. He's also a loser.
He's quite a loser.
Yeah. He lives with his mother. Not that is a qualification for a loser. It does help.
No, his mother I kind of like. Someone messaged us.
You love mothers, though. Let it be
do.
known.
I love mothers, and it should be known that I do love mothers. And also, I have to say, because I want to shout them out, we had somebody who messaged us on Instagram and said, I can't find the message right now, but they said basically, Colt and his mother should totally be on Smothered. And I was like, yes, they could totally be on Smothered.
You know what, though? I don't know. I think they might be a little too self-aware for that.
Maybe.
Smothered is much more
but they're
cringy.
Yeah, I guess the codependency.
Yeah.
Which, if you want to know about Smothered, y'all, we've done a podcast about. We're doing that right now.
I hate it. Although I will say we've had 3 really good shows.
They're really, really good. So those episodes are going to drop on the regular podcast on Thursday.
Thursday of this week.
And then the rest will go behind the Gatreon.
No, the first 2 will drop.
The first 2 will drop on Thursday, and then the rest go behind our Gatreon.
No, we're dropping all of them.
Well, there's only been 3 or 4.
But no, let's be clear. The first there's
2,
more than 2 episodes dropping.
Yes.
Okay, that wasn't clear with the way you said it.
Okay. I'm glad that you just shamed me in the middle of the show.
No, I just want you to admit that what you said, I see how that could be unclear.
Oh, someone's texting me.
Exactly. Y'all,
who's
this is someone who will never admit when they're wrong. Ever.
Yeah.
And you know what? She thinks she has a lot of, forgiving qualities. Not when she has to admit when she's wrong.
I'm very forgiving.
You are forgiving. I'm saying that's one of your big flaws.
Well,
let's just talk about what we don't like about each other for the rest of the show.
That's all you do every show. That's all you do every show.
I'm offering that to help you.
Yeah, but don't come back at you. You don't take it well.
I'm bringing this up to help you.
You dish it out.
You can tell me something I need to work on.
And then you'll give me a silent treatment for 3 hours.
No, I'm fine with you telling me something I can work on.
You'll silent treatment for 3 hours.
And then love getting feedback.
Then he'll get drunk and make me leave his apartment and throw empty vodka bottles at me.
You know what? You need to be faster. I'm helping you with your endurance.
Helping me to
like
run.
Elena's mother.
Yeah. Oh.
When she makes her daughter chase her.
Chase her.
I'm helping you with your endurance. I'm making you stronger.
Well, you should be there for Colt because he's trying to get healthy. You can encourage him.
So he's working out.
He is.
I guess this is anxiety weight he's put on since the divorce. I have a feeling he's probably a yo-yo dieter.
Probably.
Yeah.
He's very, I feel like, Colt, everything he says is very high.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about this. When he's doing the confessional, it sounds like he's the problem with both he and Larissa, and both of their biggest problems is this: they both see their life as this saga, this sweeping saga, and they are the hero of this important story that needs to be told.
Yeah, there's a bit of narcissism going on both ends, for sure. But I was more the way Colt talks.
It's a little distanced.
You know what it is? I think that he's writing the script in his head before he says it. He never responds to anything like authentically, immediately. So it's, hey, Colt, what did you think of this macaroni and cheese? Pause. Well, I thought this macaroni and cheese was delicious, and now I'm going to kill you. Like he sounds
and that's what it's a little Mormon Batesy already with the mom, especially when he's like, my mother is my best friend, and I love that I get to spend so much time with her. It literally. You know what it is? It is there. He is a tech person. He writes code for a living. So I'm not exactly.
Well, I'm sorry.
I'm not saying there's anything, but people who write code a lot of times have communication issues.
The coders at my cubicle warrior job are kind of fun.
I don't know. I'm saying people who just work with computers.
Yeah,
but coding is a great
they're
job.
Still a little weird.
Coding is but legal coding is very different.
But no. There's some tech people there.
Right.
But I'm just thinking they are a little weird, and they all are a little sex crazed, because Colt is sex crazed.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Well, there's not. There's a lot of porn on his computer. A lot.
And it's like all kinds of shit.
It is.
It's that shit when you're like when girls are like kicking in nuts porn.
Yes. There's one where like girls are just grabbing some guy's testicles and slapping it with a fan or like a palm leaf, and the guy's screaming. Colt's into that shit, y'all.
And there's one with a German one who just farts in people's faces.
Yeah.
That's there. Mm-hmm. And an Asian man is just crying and jerking off while she does it.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep.
Not that I've ever seen that one.
Wow.
Anyway, so
I've seen the hard drive on your bedroom floor.
So y'all, they got married 3 years ago. This all happened. They met on a dating app. They spent
5 days together.
5 days together, and he proposed. Anyway, we get a quick book reported up there.
Kind of like what we say, because we're also, y'all, if you're new to this, we're recapping The Other Way, which is going on. And like we say about Corey and Evelyn, y'all, when women do anal, it's magic. And I bet Larissa...
I think she gave him the magic butthole?
I think Larissa gave him anal, and he said, come to America, let me marry you.
He would probably... unlike Corey... When Evelyn just said, "Dear, I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you a journey down a magic carpet ride." I think
journey to my ass,
one fist at a time, one fist and another.
We can't ruin Anastasia. We've already ruined Aladdin for people. We've ruined Rudolph.
And fuck me there at last in the butt.
Boom.
Sorry for ruining Anastasia.
Wow.
One guy did come and said, "Thanks for ruining this for me." I'm like, honey, we're going to ruin everything you love.
Everything you love.
Everything. So, you know what? Toughen up. That's the bottom line.
That's true. So she came. So he said, well, no, after 5 days, he didn't want to get married. He said, I want to invite you to America and give you a K-1 visa and be financially responsible for you, even though I don't know anything about you.
Yeah.
And then when she came to Las Vegas, then they got engaged at the Stratosphere.
And she's afraid of heights.
Which apparently is where people get engaged because...
I think they must have a deal. Jihoon and Devin.
Y'all, we're watching The Other Way, the vintage, the first season, classic, 90 Day.
Classic toe.
We're doing that on the Gatreon right now. And Jihoon and Devin just got engaged at the Stratosphere when he dropped the ring.
And fished it out with his finger.
And then he drank it all, tried to get it. It was gross.
Almost choked.
Anyway,
you guys, so they're basically it ended with it did not end well. They
broke up.
She had a very this is a minimized situation, but she had a very fiery personality.
She did. They broke up. She ended up dating this guy Eric.
Not just they broke up. She got 2 domestic violence.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Charges
She went to
against
jail
her.
several times. I mean, they talked about it on the show. You just watched, but we say this because some of you we know don't watch the show.
Yeah.
And then she starts dating this guy Eric. They at the tell-all. She throws it in his face. So now Colty is done. He's done.
Did you notice something about Eric? Maybe a little bit of a sweetness in his voice.
That's a foreshadowing that we're going to talk about during the pool scene.
A face like he always looked like he was smelling cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Just a kind of half smile.
Mama.
That face that says, I know something.
Mama, can I braid your hair? Not right now, baby. Your father's home when he leaves. Okay. Mama, I love your blush. Sorry, that just got real.
Did you buy some new shoes, Mama?
Yeah, honey. Remember, I bought them at Bell's and you rang them up for me at the cashier. Because I told you the cashier would let me ring up stuff.
Yes.
She taught me. I knew how to do that register by the age of 8.
Wow.
Anyway.
Your mother spent way too much time at Bell's, sounds like.
Well, my dad didn't like it. Anyway, so Colt's working out and his Mama Colt comes out. Debbie. Yeah, Mama Colt comes out and she says, basically, he's like, Mom, I am thinking that I should start dating again.
Yeah, it's like, wait, I cannot read the cue cards.
Yeah, I should date.
What do you think about that, Mama, who I love?
Mother, who I love, I don't want to kill you at all.
And she's like,
I shouldn't say that. But yeah, so she's...
It's creepy. You're responding his creepiness.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
And so anyway, his mom's like, I kind of like Mama Colt because she kind of keeps it real. And I like that she's like, you need to find out who the fuck you are and not date somebody right now.
And that's interesting. And I'm glad she said that because that's, you guys, if you go through a big breakup, especially if you go through a marriage.
And marriage.
And even though this was a whirlwind thing, it's not, you've both been wounded in a way. So you need to take some time, figure out what you want in a relationship, or take some time and fuck around and just don't be anything long-term dating. Just get on a dating app like Tinder and swipe, and fuck.
Larissa, let your butthole heal.
Anywho.
She hasn't been able to hold her poop for 3 months, y'all. Anyway.
Well, because of him?
Yeah, that's not true.
No, he's got a tiny dick.
She said average, but I don't think so. I think it's like...
No, she was being nice.
How would you describe Colt's penis?
Well, it's been seen. I've refused to look at it online.
I don't want to see it, y'all. Don't send it to us.
It's been seen.
We don't want to see it.
It's not great.
So he had a video and it got leaked?
Yeah.
I bet he leaked it, y'all, because I'm telling you,
There's something off with him, y'all.
He's fucking freaky deaky in bed. Weird shit.
Yeah.
Literally, like he might be into shit. He's weird in bed. I'm calling it.
Ugh. I don't ever want to think about it. Because if we saw a little bit about what it was when they were making that at the end.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Anyway. Whew.
So, you guys, anyway, so he wants to start dating again. I did not need to see him shirtless.
In the shower, you mean?
Yeah, his barrel-shaped body, him soaping himself up.
I mean, do you think he tells the producers, hey, I want to, is this like...
I want to show off my body?
I want to be body positive for those big boys out there.
I am quite certain that he wanted to be filmed in the shower. He's that.
Colty wants an OnlyFans. He wants an OnlyFans.
And I think he wants people to... He wants people to like him. And he wants to be... I think he sees himself as a hot guy. The whole workout thing, he's trying to be a hot guy
He does
image.
have good hair.
And he has pretty eyes.
He has an attractive face. I'll give it... Not good teeth.
I would... The whole thing, guys, and this is interesting. Sometimes when I see guys, I think, what time of Grindr hookup would they be? We go anywhere from like 8 p.m. to 9 p.m.
You've gone up to 12 12 a.m. before. I
no,
mean,
later, like 2 a.m. sometimes.
no, you've talked about you've hooked up at 2 a.m. sometimes.
Yeah, no. What am I saying?
Wow.
You haven't?
Wow.
Okay, look how someone's shaming me. Sometimes it's 2 a.m. and you don't want to be lonely, like the Matchbox 20 songs. Baby, it's 3 a.m. I need to get fucked now. That was the original lyric.
That was the original. So is Colt a 2 a.m. fuck?
The thing is, he's not on the scale. I wouldn't do it.
So he's not even not even a 6 a.m.
No, there's a creepiness about him. Maybe if I'm really wasted.
Not even like 6 a.m. You're drunk. Someone like slipped you ecstasy. You've been beating off with coconut oil for 8 hours, and you can't feel your wrist, and your carpal tunnel's going crazy.
And I look like I'm had a stroke. My mouth is just like
your mouth's kind of you're just drooling. Would you fuck Colt then?
You know, someone would have to do the grinder entry for me. But yeah, I'd probably let him come over.
I don't think I would still.
No. It'd take an act of God.
An act of God. Yes.
No God. No God.
Anyway, so he's
gross, y'all. He's just there's something about him that
gross.
Just like. Ladies, you would meet him, and any normal woman would feel something inside go, this is gross. This is not right.
I got it. There's something that's not right and confusing about him. It's like when you're either going or you're working at a church and you meet the organ director and he's actually straight.
It's weird.
It's weird. Organ players, directors are not straight.
It's very
in churches.
rare. It's against God's law.
If you have a straight organ player at your church, you're weirded out.
And they are, I guarantee you, quite strange.
Quite strange.
Yeah. That's a pretty good idea.
That's what it feels.
I like that comparison
because we had one at my church at
it's
St.
weird.
Mary's Catholic Church.
You know what? I guarantee you had a fucking body in his basement.
His name was Stuart. He had a weird, crazy eye, and you know what? He was obsessed with JFK because he also taught me calculus in high school.
What?
Or not calculus, history, and we had to do a JFK mock trial.
Okay, what was the trial? Who killed him?
Yeah. I had to defend Lee Harvey Oswald. It was a mock trial. And he took us down to Dallas to the grassy knoll. And then he was kind of pudgy. And by kind of, really pudgy. And then he fell down the grassy knoll and rolled and got jeans all down his pants.
Stop!
He was embarrassed.
None of this happened.
We had to stop at Vista Ridge Mall on the way back in Louisville so he could go to the Gap and get some khakis. We just waited in the bus and we were pissed and none of us could have that pretzel place.
Do you think it's weird that he had an obsession with the Kennedy assassination?
I don't know.
And used it to take you there?
Not just me, the class.
That's what I'm saying.
But as soon as you said there was a body in the basement, it kind of started to ring true a little bit.
Yeah.
He also took us to a place where like Lee Harvey Oswald was filmed in a picture and then he didn't get permission. So the woman who owned it was a very mad black woman who came out yelling at him and she was like, "Get the fuck out of my lawn!" And I think she might have said like an offensive white person word.
Oh.
Anyway.
Jesus.
It was an education, that's for sure.
Anyway,
what just happened?
I don't know. So Colt, you guys, meets online. He meets Jess. Jess is 26. He loves the things that he loves about her are, I love her glasses. I love that she's cute.
I love that she's breathing from 2 lungs.
I love that she likes cats.
Because I like cats.
Because I'm a cat dad.
Because
I'm a crazy cat guy.
Cats make you think I'm loving.
Makes you believe I might be a person with authentic emotions.
Mm-hmm.
She's Brazilian, by the way.
And then he says, and she's Brazilian. So y'all, he has a type.
Yeah, she's like insta-thoughty. That's exactly what she is.
Yeah. So she's in Chicago, and he's on his way to go to Chicago, but he doesn't want to tell his mom about it. Y'all, Mama Colt, Debbie, is not dumb.
No, she's not. It's the terrible excuse too.
Yeah, he's like, what did he say?
It's like, I'm going to visit some friends in Chicago, and she should have said, Colt, you don't have any friends. It's just you, me, Sugar Doll, and Cinnamon, and
what are their cats? And
Cake. And Cake Eater and
Ginger
Marjoram
Ginger
Skimble
Fuss
Shanks
Skimble Shake Old Deuteronomy Gary what would
Pussy Liquor
what would Mother Poodle say if you said, Mom, I'm just gonna go to Chicago?
She went, with who? I don't know if you know them. Well, I need to. Where are you going to stay? Cool. I have to. Where are you going to be? She's like, how long? Then it'll be. Then she goes into her Perry Mason cross. She's walking back and forth. Wait. So how long you known these people? When did you become friends? Well, the blah, blah, blah. And so how many people staying there? And tell me again, how long have you known them? I thought you said 2 years. Y'all will break under the cross.
I mean, y'all.
It's intense. Anytime I go, even now, when I'm going somewhere, my mother asks me so many questions. And I think it's just to see if she can catch me in a lie, just for sport.
Doesn't your brother have a rule with her?
Oh, my brother's rule is if he one of the things he does for her birthday and things like that is he does like odd jobs for her because my father's useless as far as that goes. He's just not very good at it. And so he'll say he's like, I fixed this for you, but you can't ask me 1,000 questions on how it works. Or she's like, I'll allow you 5 questions. So she has so
she's
many
just
questions.
sitting over there biting the side of her mouth, trying to decide what question to ask.
Like she grills you. So we've had to now say you can't. You get 5.
Wow.
So yeah, she needs to know everything all the time. We call her the interrogator. You will though, if you're lying to her, you will break under cross. She'll get it out of you. She's like, I knew it. I knew you were lying. What? She's like, you can't get it past me. And then I don't really have a problem with it. I just knew you were lying. I just need the truth.
And then she probably says, I don't know why you'd lie to me. I'm your mother.
Yes, exactly. I'm your mother. I love you more than anybody.
Wow. So anyway,
cool.
They leave. Debbie knows what's up, and she's like, this is suspicious. So then, y'all, he's in a bar in Chicago. Love Chicago.
We need to talk about Larissa. You jumped over all of Larissa.
Oh, I guess we
going to do her next?
How are we? We didn't talk about. Do we jump back? I don't care. Do you want to jump back from Houston to this or
that's
Larissa?
Fine. I can do that
because they're kind of separate. But I don't know.
No, they weren't. They covered them in the same storyline.
I don't know. What, you want to go to Larissa? We can do whatever you want. Y'all, we just do the show as is.
No, let's do it. Let's go. Let's do what you just did.
Okay, sure. So
they did cover them always consecutively.
Yes, they did. Yeah, back and forth. So he's in a bar in Chicago.
A very intimate and romantic bar with loud old people.
It's a sports bar, y'all.
Y'all, don't travel to another city and meet someone at a sports bar for the first time.
There's a lot of great bars in Chicago. Chicago's a fantastic city.
But you could go to a bar or go to
so many other great bars or restaurants.
I agree, but why not go to a restaurant? Why not go to something quiet where you can talk? That's a pet peeve because if I'm actually going to go to a date, not like a quote-unquote date when you come over here and we talk for 20 minutes before I like throw you down the couch and make out with you.
I'm glad that you said you want people to think that you wait 20 minutes. When you've literally said on the show, I just get to it.
Sometimes I don't know them that much. I got to feel it out before I feel them up.
Wow.
So anyway, when I've had a real date, though, people will suggest like a gay bar or a movie, and I'm like, I want to talk. If I'm actually going to spend time with you, I want to talk to you.
Movies are not. You should.
They're terrible first dates.
The movies should be like 5th date, 6th date.
I think some people think that it's good just to sit together in the dark.
It's a red flag for me if somebody said they wanted a movie.
Because I think maybe it's this having to do with like people who aren't straight, because like I you see so many people go on first dates to movies.
Really?
And for me, it's just like I want to talk to them.
No, I think straight people don't like that either.
Okay, come at us. We want to know what your first dates are like.
The women in our Sissy Squad, which the Sissy Squad's our private Facebook group. Be sure to join. But the women in the Sissy Squad, they wouldn't put up with that shit. They want to get to know somebody.
Yeah, I agree.
We got men in there too, but it's mostly women. But
so they go to a loud bar. It's like it. I'm like, could we find some place that was more intimate?
No,
preferably.
Maybe
we don't have to scream over each other.
Maybe she didn't want to be in an intimate place because she was scared.
True.
Maybe she wanted a like well lit bar. That could be it too.
Yeah.
Though I don't. Judging what happens though later on, I don't think that was the case. So Jess she lives in Chicago. She's an au pair.
Au pair.
For people who don't know what that's a maid or nanny, right?
No,
a nanny.
A nanny who exclusively handles usually young children.
Yeah.
Younger
like
children.
Yeah,
babies or sometimes toddlers.
Yeah.
But nannies, au pair is much more associated with newborn babies.
A job poodle would never have.
No.
Nope. Me either.
I like
actually.
them when they have personalities.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, babies just like stare at you. It's kind of like someone sent me a pic today of Alexi and his baby. I'm going to say something controversial. That baby's not cute.
Poodle, you can't say that about babies.
Baby's not cute. People are going to come for me. I know it. But y'all, if you post a baby, I know newborn babies aren't that cute. The baby's had some time now.
We're going to get letters for that.
No, someone will come for me. I guarantee you there will be people who supported me.
I'm going to have to shut down comments in the group about this because great. I'm glad.
You can talk about a baby being less than attractive.
Our Facebook modders, Jackie, Andrea, and Chris just went, fuck! Fuck, poodle! Anyway.
If I need to give a blessing of every single baby I see, not going to work.
Great.
Why is it hot in here?
Because you're on a soapbox. So Jess walks in. She's this cute redheaded woman, and then all of a sudden we hear this song that's like, "Mi amor, mi amor." It's just me and more over and over.
They spent some money on the music soup, you guys. There was better music, but really obtrusive music. I don't know if Happy Ever After always has these obtrusive music cuts.
In fact, so much that me amor, Poodle Shazam this one.
I Shazammed. I can't. I Shazammed it. Talking like Liza Minnelli. I Shazammed this, and this was called.
What was the song called?
This was called Brasilia, Brasilia, my homeland forever. Take me back there, motherfucker.
Oh, that's a long title.
It is. That's why their song didn't really take off.
Oh, okay.
So,
who's the band? Or the group?
The band's name is Daddy Mommy.
Daddy Mommy. Okay.
Daddy Mommy.
Okay.
DADIMAMI.
Oh.
Daddy Mommy.
Daddy Mommy.
Daddy Mommy.
Love it.
Mm-hmm. Strangely enough, it's two twin boys.
Okay. Y'all, it's not available on iTunes. It's on, I think.
It's available on MyTunes.
I think MyTunes.
MyTunes.
Yeah, uh-huh.
You can go. It's exclusively Brazilian songs that are royalty free.
Yeah, I think
MyTunes.
I think you can get it on the music app on the Walden Books site. There you go.
Are there any more Walden Books? There can't be.
I don't know.
There can't be.
I don't know.
Right?
Or I think I heard that song on the the Fi Music app. Remember those stories?
Oh God.
Sam Goody app.
Sam Goody.
iGoody.
Radio Shack.
iGoody. That's what I've said to many a man in the bedroom.
iGoody.
iGoody.
Anyway, so they
y'all,
are.
Colt had 15 cats.
Yeah.
Colt said he's had 15 cats. She has 2.
That's an animal hoarding problem.
She says, I have a cat tattoo, and shows him her shoulder, and he's like
attractive. I don't know whether if I
connect
want to
about cats. Connect about cats. And are you a crazy cat person?
You're right. That's in his head. Connect about cats.
Connect
Talk about cats.
Talk about cats.
That's what you have in common.
Yeah.
If you want the pussy, you got to connect.
Yeah.
Connect.
And then they kind of weirdly fist bump. It's very awkward.
He learned how to do it on the internet.
And then we get a little bit of real Colt when he says, I am going to my hotel now, and I'd like to have sex with you.
I'd like to. And I was wondering if we were going to have sex. And I have got to say, you guys know, I'm sex positive. I'm freaky deaky. I've never been more uncomfortable in a sex proposal on television.
I thought, is this his way of getting consent, of being upfront about it?
Yeah, but you don't say it in that way.
Didn't feel that way.
And it said, you say, so, yeah, can we go back to your... He's like, so you want to go back to my hotel room? You guys, that's all you had to say. You didn't have to say, so do you want to go back to my hotel room? And I was thinking we could have sex. You know, kind of like I would start with my hand on your breast, and then I would put my penis in you, first moving slowly, then faster, then slowly. Then at the same time, I would be grabbing your nipples and twisting them like Tune in Tokyo. And then, because I'm freaky deaky, I would grab a hold to your head and ride you like a horse, like one of those hobby horses.
Oh yeah.
And then I would, because I would not be using a condom because I'm too self-absorbed not to do that. And then I would come into you. I really would not care how you came at all, and it would be a great evening for us both. That was left on the editing floor. But you know what? That would have been less uncomfortable than what I watched.
And I was purposely singing Hush Little Baby because that song is just a horror, creepy song.
It is.
That's what they should have played under this.
Yeah, I'm really creeped out by him. Like, ugh.
So she's like kind of like, I don't know. And then she says, down your drink, and then she just downs her beer, and props to that cameraman who did a close-up.
He stayed on that shot, y'all.
He stayed on that, or she.
Anyone else would have just turned away not to watch this girl spill beer and exhale beer all over her face.
Not
but
that
camera person stayed on that shot and got her. That girl didn't even flinch either. I think that Jess had been drinking before.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
certain.
I think she had to.
She's had a couple. I would have had to go on a date with Colt.
Can you imagine when you're laying there on the bed and then Colt comes to have sex with you and like you feel his belly rub up against your skin?
It's so gross.
And then you look at your watch and it's still 5 minutes and then you finally get to feel his dick because it takes that long to get there. It's just kind of, wow. Anyway,
so they do leave.
Jess is a crazy woohoo girl.
Yeah,
she's y'all. And if y'all don't know what a woohoo girl is, yes, you do.
Yeah, they're the girls at the bar who are, they're just living their best lives.
They're not just at the bar. They're the girls that you go to have dinner. Yes, but they're the girls you have dinner with your mom and your grandma at Mimi's Cafe because you love those rolls. And then there's some girl who's
she's
too
drunk
old.
at the cafe.
She's drunk at the cafe.
She's had a couple before she came.
At the bar at Mimi's Cafe, which nobody's really at the bar at Mimi's.
Flirting with the bartender.
And then it's like 4:30 in the afternoon. You just had your third bread roll and you hear, woo!
That's a woohoo girl, y'all.
That's a woohoo girl.
They love shouting out.
And if some of you have been woohoo girls, raise your hands because we see you. Because Jake has been that girl.
You can have gay male woohoo girls.
Oh, yeah.
I've been that way.
Oh, yes. Anyway.
It's hard to have a straight one. A straight male woohoo girl. They usually just get broy.
Yeah, they just,
But woohoo girls, they can be gay
They're
woohoo
your
girls.
people.
Yeah.
Cut to, they're making out in front of a liquor store, and it's
Oh,
gross.
this is disgusting.
And then they get into a cab.
Too much. You know how there's pretty kissing?
Yeah.
On movies and stuff like that. In reality shows, it's not. I think kissing in real life kissing is probably not pretty.
No.
Like I'm sure when I think I'm making out with someone, it's a beautiful expression of love, but it probably looks like me as a walrus trying to eat someone's face.
Well, I'm imagining you're probably holding.
You've seen me make out with someone before.
Yeah, and it literally looks like Poodle kind of grabs their ears, and then he's just kind of gnawing at them. And if you stand really close, you hear him just say, "Love me, love me." Oh wait.
No, you've seen me like more than one occasion.
Oh,
just make out fully, unabashedly.
I don't have enough digits on my body, including my dick, to count. So more than 11 times that I've seen you make out with someone in public at 4 p.m. in the afternoon when everyone else just wants to have that third
and their
bread
hands
roll.
down my pants.
Yes.
Anyway, I don't think it looks good for anybody. It's not a good look.
No, I mean, literally, y'all, in the daylight, I've seen a guy bend Jake over the bar and lay him on the bar, and the bartender is just standing there like, what the fuck?
Those were good times.
Anyway.
We should take a break.
We should take a break. Anything else with him? I think we're done.
I think that's it, too.
Oh, and then he says as they're going to fuck in the cab, by the way.
Oh, that's right.
This isn't that serious because I can't tell my mom. He's a fucking douche.
There's even more than that. There's something really wrong with him.
There's something wrong with him.
Yeah.
And we don't know because he's new to us.
Yeah.
Y'all
There's
are screaming at
really
your radio
wrong
right
with
now,
him.
but it's new to us.
Yeah.
Oh, God, this is going to be a long
All right.
episode.
All right.
Y'all see y'all after
pause it. See you in a bit.
commercial. I just want you to have good sound.
We're back.
I'm glad that you offered me a drink and went and refreshed.
I can make you something.
Fine, I'll get it myself. Why don't you just
Wow.
talk about your ass?
I'm glad you asked about my ass. No one asked. Y'all, we're talking about whoever is against the queen will die. We're going to talk about Larissa. You may love her. You may hate her. Most of you probably hate her. But Larissa is from Brazil. She got her drink.
I did.
So
I
Larissa's
just talked in my beer like it was my microphone.
Shocking.
Have you ever done that to a dick? Is this thing on? Hello.
Hello. Is this thing on?
Far.
Anyway, put in your headphones.
She is.
She's pretty bad,
the
y'all.
biggest piece of work I think we've seen.
I think she is she is quite the villain.
Oh,
She is quite the villain, and I
plays
mentioned
it well.
and I mentioned earlier, and I think you waylaid me into talking about something else. I'm sure. I have such plans of high-minded concepts, you guys, to talk about.
Yeah,
and then it just gets thrown off by a dick joke.
Yeah.
So I was gonna put a devil's advocate version for Larissa and how she worked. We think of her as like a con artist. I said is like a kind of a man-eating con artist. Yes, she wants nice things. Is she doing all of it? Maybe to have two things: the American dream and a life for her children. I would ask that so she can bring her kids over there. No, she's just awful.
Yeah, I said, being the fact that we just watched her ask her dad for money, and then next week we see she's getting more plastic surgery that we know Colt is not paying for now. Y'all.
She's just, here's the thing. She's a basic American girl who's just from Brazil. She's just a basic girl. Now, she's got a lot of great lines. She's gorgeous. I think she looked better before all the surgery.
Yeah, she's just not my type of pretty. My type of pretty usually has a dick and pecs.
That's true.
So
I feel like Larissa's one of those girls who always looks like her face when she looks at you always looks like she's rolling her eyes at you.
Yeah,
or complete judgment.
Because it's because she's gotten her lips done so much. It always looks like she's pursing her lips,
and her eyes are always kind of like half open.
Yeah.
Like she's had 2 Klonopin.
Yeah,
And she's always looks like she's rolling her eyes at you.
Wait.
Something's off.
Have you had work done too? Because I feel like you just described yourself.
I'm just always rolling my eyes at you.
Y'all, we see her. She's in the Las Vegas Gay and Lesbian Center cleaning the bathrooms for her not customer service. What's it called?
Her
Special
community service.
Community service. Y'all, because
she's doing that for her customer service, y'all.
Because she's been arrested 3 times in the span of
domestic violence.
2 years.
Yeah, all for domestic violence, I believe. All DV.
She's a wild one running free.
And she should be locked up.
Yeah, she should be locked up.
Yeah, so
she would do well in prison.
Just a quick assessment of Larissa. Definite rage issues. Definite anger issues.
Yes.
Something happened to her.
Also, narcissism.
Yeah.
Full on narcissism. Like acute.
Pretty acute.
Something happened to her.
You guys, she's one of the few people we've actually said you're a narcissist. The whole time we've seen this. People have narcissistic tendencies. I think that term narcissism is thrown around a lot.
I agree.
Very easily. When you see this is someone who's never happy.
If you're new to the show, by the way, we should also say, not that we're experts, but actually I'm a therapist and Poodle's a life coach.
So we
kind of dig into this
We
shit.
do have a little experience here.
Also, we've dated a lot of horrible guys.
True. I have learned a lot. My dating nightmares taught me a lot.
Poodle has an ex-boyfriend that just got out of prison like 7 months ago. Y'all,
true.
That's an actual true story.
It is.
That's not even a joke.
You know what? He wasn't, but it was total white-collar crime, though, because his boss did... Why am I defending him?
I don't know. I'm just...
I'm like, come on.
Spoiler alert.
He loves me.
He's the same guy who laid Poodle on the bar and made out with him. So you saw how that went.
Wonder what he's doing now.
If you're that girl that just got laid on the bar by a man,
know that he's going to go to prison.
You're going to be on Love After Lockup if you don't leave that shit alone.
I'm telling you, me in my 20s, I would have been a great candidate for Love After Lockup.
Oh, man. Woo!
If let's call him Brandon. If Coke Brandon would have,
he liked Coke a lot.
Yeah, he did. Especially on parts of keys in male bathrooms.
Yeah, or off of Poodle's penises.
Whew. Boy, the weirdest thing about him was how much the day after we had either had a fight or just stopped seeing each other, when he would tell me, and he was actually a great actor. He was a fantastic actor. He would tell you,
sociopath.
No, he has a personality disorder. He
sure.
doesn't know who he is and seeks out anyone who will tell him the truth about who he is.
So he would lie to you? Or what do you mean like acting?
No, he would just be a person. He would be a different person.
Oh, he would be who you wanted. He thought you needed him to be.
No, he would be who he wanted to be.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
but it would be in such a charming way, and he was so cute when he did it.
That just got real for a lot of you out there, and we get it.
Y'all,
we get it.
I've been you. I am you still. So if you are easily hoodwinked into charmers, I've been there.
Yeah.
No, every charmer knows what they are doing.
They do.
This is really important for you guys to hear.
Larissa knows what she's doing.
Larissa knows exactly. When there was a thing of Larissa, when Larissa was with Colt, we were watching before our journey thus far. She kind of was looking at him and smiling, and she was like, "Oh, I wonder if I do this, it's going to make him do that."
Because the closest person she reminds me of 90 Days, she reminds me of Evelyn.
Yeah,
Evelyn knows exactly what she's doing, but Evelyn is actually...
She's better at it.
She's much more cunning and more intelligent at it, where Larissa gets too emotional. She almost... she sabotages herself.
And I think Evelyn's is much more about her self-centeredness. I don't think it has a lot to do with trying to make everyone do her bidding.
Yes.
Like Larissa. I mean, whoever's against the queen will die.
That was true. That was just like Id speaking from the core of...
And weirdly, I admire that when you can say that, because it makes great TV.
It does.
So, anyway, you guys, She's doing her community service. She is quite, quote, sensitive to poopy and pee.
Sensitive to poopy and pee.
Of course you are.
Colt's not, but anyway.
Yeah. She loves piss play, y'all. Colt loves himself some piss play.
For sure. So luckily, she has been dismissed or not charged or whatever.
Yeah.
Glad
Charges
the
were
justice
dismissed.
system is working, y'all. And so, but she's got to go to court one more time
People
in a
with
couple
weed
weeks.
convictions, like in all these states,
But
are still in prison.
Yeah, but a black man who smoked marijuana once goes to jail for 20 years.
Larissa's
Whatever.
fine.
Watch 13, y'all. Educate. Anyway, so now Larissa's like, I lost weight. I did my nose. I did my cheekbones. I did my butt. Now I'm a new woman and I'm happy.
No, really. She literally is a new woman.
She literally is a new woman.
Every part is from a different person.
Yep.
They just chose a recently deceased corpse.
Yep, exactly.
Gave her a Frankenstein
It's like, I'll
makeover.
yep, exactly.
We could talk about Eric, her boyfriend.
They broke up.
They broke up because, you guys, he's not interested in sex. Colty always loved sex.
Well, we should play. She's now talking. So she says she's happy, and it says that she's going to have a pool party with her friends, Heather and Hannah. And
these friends are something, y'all.
I mean, we should just skip Hannah and just call them Heathers. Let's just...
These friends are something.
But yes, that's where she says, go back and talk about Eric, where Colt... They're in the pool, they're drinking, and Colt's like, it's a basically like Heather's like, so Cole have a big dick?
I think we're going to do a...
are we?
Yeah. I thought
Maybe
we were.
that's the best way.
Yeah.
That's the best way. Y'all, if you're new to the show, this is a section we like to call
90 Days Theater. Theater. I started too high for you to do all that. I know.
I had to get into dog yell. Y'all, we're going to preface this. We know that we are two cis white gay men, and Poodle's going to do Larissa's accent. It's not racist.
I don't care. Come for me.
Because she's a horrible person. And honestly, it's not going to be a good accent anyway.
No.
So Poodle's going to be playing the role of Larissa, and I will be playing the role of Heather because Hannah was there, but I'm pretty sure she was on ecstasy. And she was just letting the water lap up against...
She was just playing with the water and just agreeing with what Heather said.
It felt good on her vagina or her inner thighs, and she was having a moment.
I want you just to get a picture of Heather. It looks like she's wearing a tank top from an old bachelor party. Or bachelorette party.
Bachelorette party.
And she's also got one lash that is kind of askew. And she can't lift up one of her eyes.
Yeah, and also, her lips look like Howard the fucking Duck. Come at me if you remember Howard the Duck. The first movie I ever saw tits in when I was a little kid.
Yeah. So Larissa, you guys, is in the pool. She's had a lot of work done. She
doesn't even need a floaty.
One eye is kind of migrating at this point.
Yeah, it's true.
One eye is just lower than the other.
She's in a pool, by the way, with full-on beat face.
Yes.
Like highlighting, contour.
Yeah.
Her hair does look better
It does.
like that.
I like it too. So here we go. They just asked her...
So anyway, and they're in the water, sun's shining, beautiful Vegas day, and... So, what's going on with you and Eric?
Well, he's just kind of, he lost that love feeling, like that song by, who is it called? Righteous Brothersy. Righteous Brothers.
Are they rich? I don't know them.
No, I hope to. I really want to marry one of them.
Are they like the Jonas Brothers? Oh my God, they're so hot. I would love to be that girl from that show.
What's wrong with your eye?
But it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Tell me, Eric, so you broke up?
Yeah, he just wasn't that interested in sex.
What about Colt's dick? Was it huge? Oh my God, was it huge? He's like a giant.
Like, not really, but he's not small. He's not really smally. Colty it's okay.
Yeah,
it's
boyfriend
average.
dick. Boyfriend dick.
He never boyfriend.
Oh.
I take him for everything.
Oh. Okay.
Wait, I said that part out loud. I'm sorry.
So what are you doing for money now?
You know,
Who are you fucking? I mean, where are you working?
I really love the dance that stripper do. I think they
Are
really
you-
look like women.
But are you a stripper?
No, aspiring.
Oh, so...
Aspiring
so wait, no,
strippery.
No, you can't do... You've got to save those... You need a sugar daddy. That's what you need. That's the American dream.
Oh, you're so right. I want my American dream.
Yes, girl, I've been engaged 24 times. This T-shirt's for my 13th engagement party. I'm telling you, bitch. We're going to get you some Jägermeister. We're going to get you fucked up, and we're going to get you that rich dick.
And scene. Y'all, that was really close to how it happened.
So close.
Heather was performing her own monologue from Showgirls.
Heather
at this
might
point.
make an appearance as an inner monologue in Larissa's head. I'm just telling you, because I really connected to her.
Yeah, she's awful.
Yo, I'm not kidding. Heather's been engaged 13 times. And she's like...
How long were they?
One was at least a day.
And what do we think the median age is?
51.
That's low. It's like 62. That's the median age of her fiancés. We're talking. That's the median age. So there's like an 81-year-old in there, and there's probably a gay 31-year-old too.
Wow. My favorite part is Larissa said, so and then he took away my affidavit. And she went,
no, I think you're pronouncing it wrong. This is my favorite word I heard all. He cancelled my affidavit.
What?
He cancelled my affidavit. And you know,
What?
guys, English is not her first language.
But also, Heather doesn't know what an affidavit is.
No, affidavit. He cancelled my affidavit. It sounds so funny to me. I was repeating it in my head. Cancelled my affidavit.
And then Larissa gets sad because she says, you know, her plan was to move to America to have a better life and then
have
move
my
her,
American dream.
to move her kids here. Yes, y'all, you heard that. She has, I think, one or two children.
Which she revealed to Colty, which she had not told him.
She had not told him.
You guys, that would be the end of your relationship. If you, in any normal relationship, that would be the end.
I don't judge a mother from a country doing what they have to do to move to a better life for their children.
But not telling them?
That's what I was going to say. I don't judge that at all. Actually, not Larissa, but other women, I'm like, wow, I fucking admire. Women do that, come from like Mexico, South America all the time.
Think that's normal.
But denying the existence of your children, that's abhorrent.
She's not a good person, y'all. I know
she is not.
We laugh at what she does.
But she's
bad though. She's
had some bad trauma.
She makes great TV because she's awful.
But you know what? Television is probably and fame are probably the worst things for her ever.
She's gonna become a monster.
It's the last thing she needs. It's like somebody trying to kick meth and you just give them $1 million and say, "Go spend it wherever you want."
Because there's nothing better for a recovering addict than to have all the money so they won't ever do drugs again.
Yep.
They'll buy themselves a new sobriety.
Or maybe, like we just covered on The Other Way, their friends will take them out to a bachelor party and get them drunk the day after they get out of rehab. Ronald, your fucking friends are horrible.
Oh,
God.
Yeah, you guys know when they tell you when you get out of rehab or when you go to AA, you decide to get sober, that you shouldn't make any big life changes.
Yeah. And they say probably it's good not to get addicted to anything else or get drunk.
Yeah.
Day after, y'all.
Anyway, so should we keep going with her?
I think we're getting closer. But she lives with Carmen. They live together.
Her friend.
She's like her mother. They're like making the turkey. There's nothing really that they're making a turkey.
Yeah, I mean, I think Carmen is basically saying she's trying to make the best out of this difficult situation.
Yes. Oh wait,
she's trying to help her kids.
They're drinking red wine out of champagne glasses.
This really bothered you.
This really bothered me.
I'm not bothered by this much. But
there's a point to the glass, to the drink. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Anyway, she is calling her father for money.
This was important.
She goes to evidently a coffee place, so she'll hear background noise or something.
Yeah. So no, this is the point of this. Larissa is that bitch that talks on her speakerphone in a motherfucking coffee cafe
and is drinking hot chocolate with a straw while she's doing it. I don't know whether she had to know that when you are getting a coffee and you're having a conversation with someone, this is just reality TV 101.
Yeah.
You're using that coffee as a prop.
It's a prop.
You're not going to drink while you were talking to your father and asking him for $5,000.
Has she not seen LC or Adriana on the hills? Even I know that.
That was classic.
That was.
You don't ever see them drink their coffee.
Mm-mm.
They might have a sip to start. Then they drink it as they're walking away.
They drink it as they're walking away. They hold it.
That coffee is set dressing. It's not even coffee.
They might take a drink if the other person says something completely batshit crazy and they need time to make a dramatic pause.
Or there needs to be a new cut from Third Eye Blind.
Yeah. Exactly.
What did we look up today? Blessed Universe Souls. She likes me for me.
Yeah, exactly.
That was when Audrina would talk to Justin Bobby, and that would show him. She's like, "I think I do like you," ceiling eyes, and he would go, "Righteous." She likes me for me, not because I look like Leonardo. It's a terrible song.
It's a terrible song.
Okay.
Anyway,
we had to look up Blessed Universe Souls.
Larissa says, "I want to be free from the justice of the United States of America."
It's just
I don't want to go back to Brazil.
I know English is not her first language, but she says things like that, and it's hysterical. I love it. It's the way it's how poetic. Again, you guys, she's the hero of this story. She's like the Fontaine of her story.
She is,
and that's narcissism.
We can't.
Yeah.
The rest of it is she asked her dad for $5,000. He says, like someone in the mob, let me check my accounts. And I will give you half.
That's true.
That's what he says.
But anyway, she is going to, and then, of course, she's going to use this for plastic surgery.
Plastic surgery.
Yeah. So
her rationale probably is, I use this for plastic surgery, and then it will get me a rich guy who will get me a green card, and I'll stay in America.
Right. There was one little cult thing at the end, wasn't there? Yeah. There was one little cult thing at the end. Where they're making out. This is after they're making out. This was after. You know why? I put them all together. Sorry.
Okay.
We did not talk about from Colt when she says, "I'm excited to get laid." Haven't done that in a while.
Oh, I missed that.
He says that I'm excited to get laid to you. You're going to lay on top of me. That is a term people use for actual sex.
But we're not serious. So I'm going to make you feel shitty about that. Because you're from another culture where women judge themselves probably way more than American women. But I'm not going to think about that.
They kind of deserve each other in a weird way.
Let me code your computer. Y'all, this is a little tag.
I wish you were less queer.
I said Poodle needs to be clear. This is a tag because
I was right.
We're teasing you because we're splitting this episode into two parts. It's
I'm
too long.
teasing you. I've got like one finger up your
butt. Gross. So this is part one.
You said you didn't want butt stuff, but look where I am.
Look where you am.
Look where we are.
And on that note, you just listened to part one of the podcast. We dropped it early for you on late Sunday night. The part 2 will be up at its regularly scheduled time Monday at 11:11 p.m.
Stay tuned for Crazy Town.